Hello friends, today I have here an iPod touch 4th generation. The problem is the screen, and I'm gonna show you how to replace the screen on it. It's quite a bit hard, but let's try. The first thing we will need like a Phillips screwdriver, and we will need a nice sisamo, and we will need this plier just in case if the corners are damaged. All right, so, and also we will need adhesive. We will need a new screen. It's right here, you can buy it online. It's not expensive, it's very cheap, like $15. And we may need crazy glue, super glue. And what else? We may need this plastic just in case, and that's all. And also, by the way, we will need this heat gun. So the first thing we will do, we will heat up the front, and for that reason we will need also gloves for the heat. So we will heat up the front first, like 2-3 minutes, and after that we're gonna go to the next step. By the way, I did replace the screen on this one for a long time ago, so just bear with me. I did replace a lot of screens on this device just because it was a long time ago, so I don't know if I will like follow the steps perfectly, or there may be like some surprise. By the way, before you start prying up the screen, make sure you watch all the video. Okay, watch all the video and have all the tools needed ready. Because sometimes when you start and you face some difficulties, you may miss up something. So, but once you watch the whole video and you start, at least you will have an idea, general idea about what's going on and all the steps. Also, before you start work on this device, make sure you charge it enough, because once it's open, you're gonna need to test the screen, so you need to have it charged. So after I heat up the front like this, I'm just gonna use this one, and I will just start from wherever, here, anywhere, and pry up the screen. I will take these gloves off. So as you see here, the screen lifted up normal. We have here one cable. See, this cable here is got disconnected from the motherboard. Also, we have another cable here, which is for the light. So just keep lifting up the LCD. Since it's already damaged, you don't have to worry about anything. Just take it off, and here you go. I can like cut this cable, but I'm just gonna leave it just in case sometimes I will need the screen. I will need to test the old screen back, you know, because sometimes if the new screen is not working, to make sure I need to put the old screen which already shows the picture just to be sure if the screen I have is not working or the new screen, I mean or the problem is in the old screen. I mean the problem is in the actual device. So this is the home button. I remove all the pieces of glass on it, and I will just put it aside here. And also I will keep removing all the adhesive here and the pieces of glass. Make sure don't cut yourself with the pieces of glass. Okay, so I removed all the pieces of glass here. First I need to clean. So now we have here a lot of screws. We're gonna use the Phillips screwdriver and we will open them all one by one. By the way, when you are like lifting up the screen, you have the Wi-Fi cable here. As you see, make sure don't cut it with this plastic or with this IC7. When you are like sliding it between the frame and the glass, make sure don't cut this cable here. This is for the Wi-Fi. So we're gonna start from the bottom. By the way, the screws are different, so try to keep them organized. I will put them exactly organized right here. I put them here organized. So we have 2 screws in the bottom here. No, actually it's 3. Alright, so we have 3. I put them right here, and I have another 3 screws in this side. And I have another screw here which is different, and I'm going to put it here on the top. And also I have another screw in this side here which is supposed to come exactly right here. If you see this the screws how they are organized here, they are like in a pattern. So when I put them back, I will make sure that to put the right screw in the right spot. So now I have another screw here for the Wi-Fi cable. So we are removing the screw for the which is on the Wi-Fi cable here. So I'm just gonna put it exactly on the top here. And also I have another screw which is holding the motherboard here. Let me like just zoom it a little bit. Yeah, the screw is right here. And I will put it exactly here. And also I have this bracket here. I need to remove it. This is on the top of the camera. I'm just removing it because I remember before I was like removing this bracket also. I don't know why, but yeah, so this is the bracket. And now I think this bracket is free, so what I'm gonna do, I will use this IC Samu and lift it up. I don't remember exactly, but I will try. Okay, so this bracket we open it this way. It's like this, and we open it this way. And we have to start from here. But as you see here in this part, the motherboard is like glued to the bracket, is glued to the motherboard. So what I'm going to do, I will separate it from here, exactly from the corner, because if I go to this part here, you see there is a cable exactly right here. This is for the volume buttons. If I keep like just prying up here, I may damage this cable, or there are like some components in this area. So make sure you come exactly to this corner where the screw is, and just slide it this way and try to separate it. Here you go. So it's separate from this part. So now I'm just gonna go here. So also I have here the speaker is in this part here. So if I just pry, the speaker has two cables. I may like cut them off. So I'm just gonna use this IC Samu and separate the glass, I mean the bracket from the speaker. They are glued here together. As you see, the speaker it's down now. It's sticking to this bracket, and the cables I'm talking about, they are right here. You see the red cable and the blue. We have one red cable here and another blue one exactly right here. Two cables. Alright, so now I will see what is holding this bracket. We have like a copper, this one. Alright, so the bracket now is free. Let's push it aside. And now it's time to lift up the motherboard. So the motherboard, we're just gonna come from this part here and lift it up gently. And also the camera here, we need to, yeah, that's why we need to remove the small bracket which is on the top here. That was because it's holding the camera, and the camera is like it's coming with the motherboard when I lift up the motherboard. So as you see, I'm just gonna lift up the motherboard partially, not all the way, because if I lift it up all the way, we have this cable here exactly where you see my finger. Let me zoom on it. This cable here, it's soldered to the motherboard, and if I damage something there, it will be more work. So the motherboard is lifted up this way. So what I'm gonna do, I have like this cable here, the digitizer cable is like wrapped with this copper. So what I'm gonna do, I will remove this copper from here. As you see, I'm opening it. And once I open the copper, I make sure you see this finger here. I'm using it to hold the motherboard like this, and I will push this cable. I will push this cable down to disconnect it. Is disconnected. Here you go. I disconnect the cable for the screen. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I will take the new screen the same way, and I will connect the cable. Also, I have here, before I connect that one, I'm sorry I didn't pay attention for it, we have here the front facing camera. It has a screw exactly right here, it's holding it. So I will open this screw, put it all the way on the top, because I have to lift up the front facing camera from here to get more space. I have one small bracket here. I said I will lift up the camera, front facing camera. So I'm grabbing the cable with this tweezers, and I just lift it up like this. Hopefully you're seeing it clear. Okay, so I have more space here now. Always be careful for this cable here. Always be careful. This cable is really important, and if you damage that cable, it's gonna be more work for you, more time. So as you see from this side, now I have the motherboard lifted up this way, so I can like take the new screen and connect the cable there. The cable connection is right here, and I will just alright, it's connected. So what I'm gonna do now, I will flip the camera back, and I will connect the screen cable, which is here. This is the screen cable. I will connect it to this connection here, this FPS. Make sure they are matching together 100% and snap it. Okay, now it's connected. So I'm gonna do now, I will turn the device off on and see if it's working. As you've seen, there is no sign of life, which means I have to plug it in charge. And that was my advice in the beginning. You need to charge this device before you start work on it. So I will charge it a little bit and come back to you. So it's charging, as you see. It's charging. And once it's charged enough, I will finish this video. One more thing, sometimes when you plug this device, when you are working on it and you plug it in charge, it's not gonna charge, or it's not gonna show anything. Just plug it in charge and leave it enough time there till, like, let's say half an hour, and after that you're gonna do something. You can put this bracket back and place it like this, and push the home button, and put the home button on the top of it. As you see, this is the home button. You place it here and make sure this bracket is placed perfectly on inside and its place, and push the home button, keep holding it, and push the power button and keep holding both of them for a couple minutes. Not couple minutes, I mean couple seconds, like 20 seconds, and the device will turn on. But make sure you leave it in charge for like 30 minutes in the beginning. So let's wait for this device to get charged, and after that I come back to you to finish this video. Alright guys, I'm back. So the device is charged a little bit, so I'm just gonna disconnect it, and now I'm sure that the screen is working. I test the screen, it's working normal. So what I'm gonna do, I will turn the light off, or let me turn it off totally, because sometimes when you are working on it while it's on, it's gonna freeze, and if it freezes, the solution is to put this bracket back with the home button, place it in its place perfectly, and push the home button and the power button at the same time for 20 seconds, and this device should turn on after that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I will disconnect the LCD cable from here, as you see, and after that I will lift up this one, and I will just use my nail underneath. Let me just zoom on it to see what's going on there. So as you see here, the cable, this cable is connected underneath here, so I'm using my nail to just disconnect it. Alright, it's disconnected now. So what I'm gonna do now, I will make sure this frame is clean, and it's, if there is like any damage on the corners, for example this corner is like bended inside, so I have to bend it back outside. I will use this tweezer, this plier, and gently alright, so I think it's good now. So I'm like cleaning the frame. Alright, and now the frame is clean. The second thing I'm gonna do, I will prepare this LCD. How to prepare it? Usually the screen come with this adhesive. So what I'm gonna do, I will just take this adhesive out from here and place it exactly where it's supposed to be placed. It's gonna be here. Make sure it's placed perfectly. If you don't have this adhesive, you can use the other one, this one. This is another piece of adhesive. So I have to remove it from here different way. So it seems like this not gonna work for me because I take it off from there. So what I'm gonna do, I will put this adhesive, strip of this adhesive right here. Make sure don't cover the lenses. Here we have one lens here. Let me show you the lenses. We have one lens here, this one, and we have another one here. Make sure don't cover them. So I'm just gonna put the adhesive on the top of them. And it will cut it evenly. And making sure the adhesive sticks very well here. And now I will cut it exactly even with the edge. As you see, I will remove this white paper from here, and I will uncover this adhesive. As you see, they will uncover this one also. Alright, so the screen is ready now. We have one small bracket here. This bracket, if you can place it back perfectly, that will be good. But if you didn't place it perfectly here, it may be like just a problem for you. So let me see if I can like put it back here exactly how it's supposed to. Sometimes it just keeping the screen up, which is not good. Alright, it's placed here normal, but let's see if it's gonna be like good on when I put the screen back or not. Also, I have this adhesive, this copper. This one I will remove it out from here and transfer to the new cable, which is right here. Always handle these cables with care. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I will connect this screen back here. Always make sure don't lift up the motherboard too much, because you're gonna cut this cable. And the way to do it, put your finger on it, keep it down while you are lifting the motherboard from this side, lifting up the motherboard from this side. Since your finger is right here, you are not gonna like pull it out too much. And also we have the front facing camera cable is right here. This one I'm just gonna flip it back to this way, because it's gonna bother me a little bit while I'm connecting this one. So I will connect this cable right here, Okay, it's connected, and put everything down like this, and the camera is right here. I'm just gonna flip it back, and also the copper which I have here, I will like wrap it on the cable exactly as you see. This is just to hold it to not get disconnected again. And after that I will just put the motherboard down like this with everything on it, and I will put the screws. So let's start from the top screw which was on the camera here. Also I have this small piece, black piece here. I will put it back. Okay, I just decide to not put it back. It's not really important, because I know if I don't place it perfectly where it's supposed to, it may be a problem later on. Alright, so I put that cable back, I mean that screw back. So the next thing, I will put the Wi-Fi cable screw back. It's right here. Alright, the next thing I will put this bracket back here. And I will start from the side here. It opens like a box, so I will put this part first.